Hello, so this is my rank 5 Mr. Negative showcase. And this was a pretty controversial rank up. A lot of people don't see the value in this champion, and even if they do, they just think he's like some corner cheese champion. And it's like, he's not really that character. But I wanted to show Mr. Negative in some PvE fights, and like relevant PvE at that, where he's actually really good, and he can do a lot of diverse fights. And what's going on in the background is Eternity of Pain Dormammu. The thing about this fight is you need at least 3 buffs in order to do damage, and every time Mr. Negative dashes back, he converts all the buffs he has into light energy. So when we want to do damage, like right now, we cannot dash back or else we'll lose all of the damage. And by the time I'm actually finishing this introduction and explaining the fight, he's already dead. And so we have a really good time with this. I think it turns out to be 35 seconds. And so I was like, wow, that is a really good fight. Mr. Negative did really well. Let's see what the record is. And it's 23 seconds by Cosmic Ghost Rider. So it's like, what is the point, man? This is a 6-star Cosmic Ghost Rider. He just outdid Mr. Negative in like probably one of his best fights. But I want to say, like, I don't think Mr. Negative's damage or his nuke capability is really where he shines. I think his best asset and his utility is in his intercepts, specifically the evade he gets for his heavy. It's really good. Like, it's one of the best accesses to openings when you have parry disabled or you can't block and bait heavies. So this is Epoch of Pain, Infamous Iron Man, and the gimmick with this fight is that every time he throws a special, you have to knock him down with a heavy attack in order to avoid losing like 50% of your max HP or something like that. It's a pretty rough fight for a lot of players, a lot of champions, because his medium attacks cannot be parried, and so a lot of people struggle to find openings to get the heavy attack. But Mr. Negative doesn't care. He will get you through this fight like a fucking workhorse, and he will not complain. Every time you have any sort of light energy, you just charge a heavy attack, get the evade, and then counter with a heavy attack, and you fulfill the node. And so Infamous Iron Man gets pretty shut down here. This is a really good fight for Mr. Negative, in a setup where it's pretty unconventional. You wouldn't think that this is a good fight for him. The utility for Mr. Negative is coming from the fact that he's able to get really good openings really consistently. In finishing out this fight, we had the 2 petrifies on him for like 160% healing reduction, which I believe is some of the most potent petrifies in the game. And a little over a minute is an incredible time for an Epoch fight. That's really good damage. So why do people sleep on this guy? I think it just comes down to the fact that a lot of the people who give opinions on champions or are at the skill level to play this guy well are also at the skill level to play BGs and to have that matter for them. And same with Alliance War. So to address the elephant in the room, Unfazed Mastery sucks. I'm not even gonna, like, I cannot defend it. Like, if you don't know, the Unfazed Mastery gives you a 50% chance, I believe, to go unstoppable when your opponent evades. So that means if you put Mr. Negative on attack in Battlegrounds, and your opponent is running unfazed, you just won't know until it happens to you, and then you're just dead, because you just ate a combo to the face, because they went unstoppable after you evaded. And it sucks, dude. Like, it's terrible for this character. It's like the bane of Mr. Negative. But then people will be like, oh, you know, this mastery exists, so we'll just bump him down to F tier. And it's like, what? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And so I'm a really big advocate of not ignoring the PvE side if they're just kind of useless in PvP. And admittedly, Mr. Negative is pretty useless in PvP. But I just don't think that should discount all the things that he can do for relevant Everest content. Like this Epoch Onslaught that I'm just obliterating right now. Like, people in my alliance are like, what the fuck is that? Mr. Negative, bro. I'm like, dude, it's a good character. Like, this guy's really good. But to talk about this Onslaught, there is a bit of a node interaction here where we can transfer power stings that we get after crossing a bar of power by intercepting him. And so Mr. Negative's evades will always count as an intercept if done at a proper distance. So we can just kind of cancel out that node and not really care about power stings. It lets us throw specials without taking like 30,000 damage. The other node interaction that's happening here is every time we dex one of Onslaught's special attacks, we not only get the precision from the dex, but we also get an energy resistance buff from dodging the special attack hits. And so whenever we dash back, we convert all of those buffs into light energy, and it speeds up his ramp like tenfold. Fights where you can get buffs from an external source are incredibly useful for Mr. Negative, as it means that you can avoid that tedious ramp up that he's kind of known for. And so he really excels in these kind of fights. And even though this isn't the best counter to this Onslaught, like, I wanted to show a suboptimal fight where there's something that makes Mr. Negative really good. And there are so many fights like this, where maybe he doesn't get a lot of buffs, but you need a way to get openings consistently, and they made it difficult by putting it on like a champion that cannot be parried. And so he finishes this fight in like, I think it's about 2.5 minutes by now, which like that's not amazing, but his damage is not what I'm highlighting here. That was an incredibly safe fight. We got openings whenever we needed to, and we got specials off and got Onslaught down without losing more than half of our HP. But unfortunately, like a lot of people are going to overlook that. And I'm not really faulting anybody for it. I kind of understand the rationale when there's broken characters in the game, like Cosmic Ghost Rider that was mentioned before. And so to finish off this video, this is what he looks like against Juggernaut in Realm of Legends. This whole video has been unboosted and unsynergized. There are some things you can do with synergies, but Mr. Negative doesn't really have anything crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video and showcase gameplay of my rank 5 Mr. Negative. You would think people have not seen this champion in like years. It's like his gameplay is lost media to some people. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and I hope you enjoyed watching, so see you next time maybe.